happens when you buy land from an administrator who dies before completing the transfer? After years of saving, Isaac found a good piece of land on the outskirts of Kampala. The registered owner had died years ago, but the family had appointed an administrator through court who was legally managing the estate. The administrator agreed to sell the land to Isaac, and Isaac thought to himself, "Finally, my dream has come true." They signed a sale agreement. Isaac paid the full purchase price. Everything was settled. But before the transfer, something unexpected happened. The administrator passed away. Suddenly, Isaac was confused and worried. Have I lost my money? Does the land still belong to me? Could the family sell it to someone else? He had so many questions. In Uganda, when land is purchased, ownership does not automatically pass to the buyer once payment is made or a sales agreement is signed. Under the Registration of Titles Act, legal ownership is when the transfer is registered with the Ministry of Lands Office by presenting a signed sales agreement, a signed and complete transfer form, passport photos of both parties, and necessary payments. The system will then update to the new owner's information as per the submitted documents. What happens when you buy land from an administrator who dies before completing the transfer? Does it mean the transaction was void? No. Under the Succession Act, an administrator is a person court-appointed to manage, protect, and distribute the estate of someone who died without a valid will, or when a named executor cannot act, maybe they are too young to make informed decisions. An administrator is a personal representative who pays debts and distributes assets, often to beneficiaries or next of kin, following the statutory rules. However, an administrator is not the actual owner of the property. In Isaac's case, the administrator died before the transfer was registered. This does not cancel the sales agreement. Because the administrator was acting on behalf of the estate owners, the death simply means another legal representative must take over the responsibility of completing the transaction. When an administrator managing an estate dies, their authority ends and a new administrator must be appointed by court through letters of administration under the Succession Act. This can be done by beneficiaries. Once appointed, the new administrator becomes the estate's legal representative and must handle pending matters, including honoring valid agreements made by the previous administrator. Isaac was able to have a land title registered in his name, and his dream of owning land came true. Buying land from an administrator is lawful, but it requires careful legal follow-up until the transfer is fully registered. First, verify the letters of administration issued and be sure they are still running and not expired. Confirm the seller's legal authority. Conduct a land search to confirm ownership and check for caveats or encumbrances that may be registered on the land, and also verify boundaries. Ensure the land forms part of the estate and obtain written consent from beneficiaries to prevent disputes. Contact Solvent Asset Management. Consultation is free during working hours. Do you know that selling land is now easier? Showcase your authentic land on www.sam.ug for a quick sale. Simple, trusted, and fast.